Peace, love, and prosperity. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another week of What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. My name is Shanrika. I am your Global Empowerment Connect. Thank you. Whether you're catching this on Facebook or YouTube, be sure to hit the like, share, all of that great stuff. Get the notifications, subscribe to the channel, and also, let us know where you're tuning in from, whether it's live or on the replay. If you're on the replay, then hashtag replay and drop your, location, not your address, but, just your city and state or just your state, whatever. But we talk to people from all over the world coming, every week, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to bring you midweek awesomeness. Again, another awesome guest for you guys, trying to get you all motivated and into your purpose or into your whatever it is that you're destined for in this lifetime. But What's Your Story is brought to you by Carolina's Best Financial. If you have not gotten your taxes done, you're cutting real close. So I hope you're finding an extension if you don't plan on getting them done by the 18th. But if you do still need a tax preparer, reach out to Stephanie at Carolina's Best Financial. You can hit her up on Facebook at Carolina's Best Financial, or you can email her stephanie.carolinasbest@gmail.com. She does offer free estimates, so be sure to hit her up if you're still looking for a tax preparer. Also, a sponsor for What's Your Story is Kids Love Money. It's an interactive workbook series that teaches children financial literacy, one concept at a time. If you didn't learn it when you were young, then give the children the opportunity to learn it while they are young. In the credit industry, they always say, what's the best time to get a loan? And the answer is when you don't need it. So the best time for a child to learn about money is when they're not interacting with money. So when it's time for them to start dealing with money, they'll be able to make better financial decisions about their money and therefore about their life. So check that out at kidslovemoney.shop. Again, kidslovemoney.shop. Another sponsor for What's Your Story is Say Something. It is an online e-commerce store where you can find the brand Googoji. So it's for those who want to get up, get out and get it, whatever that it may be in life, whether it's just a better life, whether it's, education, whatever it is. For me, it's inspiration. It motivates me at times when I don't feel like get up, get out and get it, right? So me wearing the shirt, I'm like, hey, every time I look in a mirror, or I pass a mirror or whatever, I can see my reflection. It just, reminds me that, it's something that I want. So in order for me to get it, I got to get up and get out, right? But anyway, check that out at saysomething.company.site. And last sponsor for What's Your Story is Sip Something, which is an online store where you can get custom mugs. So if you're going to have a routine every day, whether you drink tea, coffee, wine, I don't know what you drink in your cup, but throw some motivation on that thing to help you throughout your day. So check that out at sipsomething.company.site. Again, my name is Shanrika, and thank you for joining us on What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. But before I bring on my awesome guest for this week, we're going to go to a quick commercial. So we'll be right back with you. Hold tight. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, awesome people. And thank you again for joining us, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, whether it's a live or a replay, drop where you're tuning in from. And I thank you. You are valued. Hit the like button, share, drop some comments. Be sure to check out my guest, his social media. Well, his IGs are below, as well as his website. But I'm going to bring him on so he can share his awesomeness with you guys, because he has a lot of it to share. And peace and love, brother. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing today? How everybody doing today?
I am
Well,
great. I am great. And thank you again for coming on and sharing the great things that you're doing. I appreciate you. You're very inspiring. You're on your grown man. You've been on your grown man for for a minute though, but you always been more mature, I would say. But you always pour into people, and I appreciate it because we all need inspiration, right? We all need motivating sometimes. So
now we do.
yeah, and you do that. You do that. But just to let you know what your story is, back in the day there was a saying when somebody they met somebody new. It was like, okay, so what's your story? And the gist of it was for the person to tell enough about themselves to intrigue the other person, for that person to be like, okay, well, tell me more about yourself. So that's
Hmm.
why is what's your story, because it's you letting the world know who you are, the great things that you're doing, the great things that you have coming up, how you can help their lives, what I'm saying, inspire them, make their life, improve their lives, and all of that great stuff. So I ain't gonna take the floor. I'm gonna let you have the floor and let people know what's your story.
All right. Well, my name is Herman Carmouche. Just a kid from New Orleans, really. I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. I moved from there when Hurricane Katrina happened. That relocated us to Alabama. We went to Alabama. It was kind of too racist, so we had to leave there and go to North Carolina. Went to North Carolina, and that's where I pretty much stayed the rest of my life up until now, really. I lived in California for like a year, and now I've been living in Georgia for like maybe like 3 or 4 months, and now I'm actually moving to Miami, like in June.
Wow. Hey, it's a big world out there to see.
Nah, it is. So, like I said, growing up, I grew up poor, like well, I ain't gonna say like every kid, but like most of us, right?
Most of
Most of
right.
most of us grow up poor, and not just like I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about mindset. As far as like, because I found out who I was late in life. Like the last 6 years of my life has been this journey, but I feel like where I know that if, when I was younger, if it was people like me, like pouring into me, like knowing I was a genius, knowing I was super smart, knowing I was great, and like nothing couldn't hold me, like I was made for everything in this world, like I'd have took off way quicker. But and that's part of the reason why I do it. So the simplest reason why I do what I do is because so like I said, the last 6 years I changed my whole life. But I was striving to become that person I always needed. It's real simple. I try to figure out, well, you ain't got to figure out the problems you got. You got the problems. So
Right. You already know what that is.
yeah, let me take these problems I have and actually start to understand them and understand how to fix them, and then take that same solution and help others, right?
Right.
Because I want to help others because eventually I need them to help me change the world too. Because I'm
Mhm.
just one person, and if it's only one person, like only I could do so much. So the
Right.
more people I help, the more people we can help. So that's
Okay.
another reason I do what I do. So the first thing I did was I went through a basically like a mental transformation where I was living in, like I said, my book, Inspired to Live, Solution-Based Thinking, where we go from surviving to thriving, and it's all
Mhm.
in the title. I went from, like I said, not having a solution-based mind. Now when I think about problems, pretty much when I have this daily filter on everything, on all knowledge that come to me. Whatever
Mhm.
interacts in a situation, it's a filter that happened within me. Once that information start coming in, I start filtering it like how important is it, right? Is it part of the solution to my problem? Is it anything tangible I can use to take me, my family, or the community forward? If not, then I'm already deleting it out of my mind. I'm not even trying to keep it in my mind. And I'm trying to not waste more time and move on to the next. Um, so I became solution-based minded, but I also went from, like I said, living in the state of survival to actually living in the state of thrival. And the
Mhm.
difference between the two is when we trying to survive, when you make goals, literally, your goal is to survive. Like every time you making goals, it's always ending to that like survival. Just
Just
that
trying to
little
make it.
thing. Yeah, it's like I need to pay these bills. I got this to do. I gotta survive to tomorrow. And
Right.
then but then I said it's a level above that. Um but once you get in travel, like I said, now you got to make new decisions. When you get in the state of like wanting a legacy, now you got to make a whole different decision because like you can just survive, but surviving not gonna get your legacy done. You
Right.
know, so it's
Right.
like I probably got to take some risk now. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to
Mhm.
grow because now I want to have legacy. The legacy is not the person I am now; it's the person I should be, the person I should be becoming, and
Yeah.
that's the person that have everything that has the legacy. And so
Right.
now, so like I said, now the journey is the only catch is now I got to warp time and space because now the dilemma is what's happening in our life is we always waiting to be the person that have everything. When it's like we this person, we like I'm gonna wait for this to have this. Yeah, I'm gonna
Mhm.
wait for the money so I can start. And it's like it's traits within you that person have that you don't have. You can start being that person today, and that's gonna draw everything towards you, literally. And
Yeah.
so that's what the book basically is. It gives you the strategies, habits, and tools you need to actually develop. It's the inner work. So I got another book I'm working on right now. That's called Still from the Roads He Grew. Um, and that one, the outer work you got to do, right?
Mhm.
It's got inner work, outer work, contrast. Um, so pretty much that's pretty much it. I wrote my book. I got a clothing brand. I help other people start clothing brands. From creating a product to getting your first customer. Make it real simple, how to build a website and all that. Just started Inspiration Nation. That's cool. We're gonna be launching that in June. Um, but I'm getting everybody gathered now, and I'll be working with the people. All the people I get in the group now,
Mhm.
that's the people I'll be working with like one on one, and they'll already be started up for whenever we launch the program in June. Um, and so, and with that, you also get like stuff like this where we go live and do like weekly Zoom calls and monthly Zoom calls with other high level entrepreneurs and people that teach about, like I said, credit, whatever you trying to get into, pretty much, because there's people out here and they're willing to give. And
Right.
so now in this part of my life, like one of my goals this year was to actually like build my network wider and not just build it because a lot of people got networks that they call out people, but it's not resources and tools that they need for their gift for the
Right.
people that's even tended to them. So that was my big goal this year was actually connect to the people that's gonna help the people I'm trying to help too.
Right. That's
So
on the same page. You know.
facts.
Yeah.
Yep,
Same
same
page.
common goal and interest. That way we can, I said, do it together. Cause
Oh
that's
yeah.
so yeah, it is a lot of stuff out here. I'm tripping. Um so
But it's a
yeah,
lot of great stuff, and it all meshed together. Because if you think about your book, like you said, from surviving, what inspired to live. When the book first dropped, before you actually went to started selling it, um, I was able to get the book, and then I don't know what happened. I lost access to the book. But in reading it, I mean, it's a great book. It does give you, step by step or strategies that you can use, to change your mindset. Because a lot of times we do focus on the problem. It's always, the problem. Oh, I got to pay
and
these
it's getting
bills.
bigger
So it
and
takes you
it's
from
getting
being
bigger.
reactive to proactive with your
Facts.
life.
And look, and that's how you know it's the universe right now because that's like, and like I use my book like a little Bible. So you
Hmm.
know how like sometimes you go back in your Bible and then you just be marinating on like a certain verse or scripture for a little bit. And so
Right.
that's what I do in the book a lot of times. I go back through it. And that's the part of the book I was just in, like on how to solve problems, the little tips I had. Because I was talking to somebody else about it. So that's how you know the universe talking.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. Well,
so
since you own that page and on that, right now, give the people, and y'all can actually get it in the book itself. It is online. That's the inspiredtolive.com is where you can purchase the book yourself. But he will drop, I'll say, two tips, two ways for them to help, whatever page you're on. I think you said solve your problems or look
yeah,
at the problems. Two things that folks can use today, because we all about trying to help you today, not tomorrow, not next year,
fact.
right now, because that's when you need to change. It's like planting a tree. You didn't do it 20 years ago. You can always do it right now.
All right.
It's still necessary.
Here we go. Some tips on conquering problems. And it's gonna be simple,
Mm-hmm.
right? One, just stop everything. Self-assessment. You gotta conquer yourself before you conquer the problem. It's that simple. A lot of times people trying to, like I said, they dealing with the symptoms of the problem. And they not even actually pinpointing the problem. And like a
Right.
lot of times that we deal with self and growth, we gonna be great enough to conquer any problem. So
Mm-hmm.
that's first off first. Problems need energy to live. So what you should do, well, I ain't gonna tell you what you should do, but 90% of your energy should be going towards um the solution, not the problem. Literally, ASAP. Right now, if you one of them people that pick up the phone and call everybody and tell them about your solution, I mean your problem every time you pick up the phone, girl, look, dog, I'm into this, whatever.
Right.
But you're not the person that's calling that's got the solution. That's the problem. Like I said, the problem is not the problem. Another problem is you. You know what I'm saying? It's the person you are, and if you could become a person that's actually greater than your problems. Like I said, we can't change our situation. We can only become a person that's great enough to change our situation. Like to overcome our situation, our circumstances. And that's what I meant, circumstances. A lot of times you give me your own circumstances, and now it depends on who you become. If you overcome or if you undercome. And I don't never hear people say that. I gotta make up words and stuff like that a lot of times because
But it made sense
it's
though.
not in the universe. A lot of stuff I say or think about, I'm creating, and I'm understanding that now. And I'm like, there need to be more people doing this because they don't understand like the liberation and the freedom, and like it's like self-expression at the highest level because that's what we're really supposed to be doing. Like I said, the creator created us to create.
Mm-hmm.
Simple, that simple. I'm Herman. I'm gonna create what Herman's supposed to create. But
Right.
then if you go behind me and create what Herman created, you just wasted one of the creator's creations because you got something totally specific and special
For
and
you.
great that the world like need, and they'll never know unless you believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's my quote. That's gonna be a quote. In order to achieve, you got to believe. And I just say that every time I have the opportunity that I remember because I had a dream, and in the dream I was saying it, but it was like a microphone where it was like going all over the world, and I end up in like this other spot where like it's some high level entrepreneurs like giving speeches to like the crowd and stuff like that, and they like, Herman, like come up here, and so I get up there and like I say that, but it's different. It rocked different in the dream. It's just like it went across the whole crowd, and it changed the atmosphere. So for
Yeah.
somebody, they need to hear that. In order to achieve, you gotta believe. Um, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll leave it at that,
So
but
so the
go ahead,
first
my
tip was to stop everything and do a self-evaluation or
facts.
self-assessment. And then next thing would be to
Take 90% of your energy, time, and effort, and only put it towards the solution.
focus on
That's
the
it.
solution. Right. Because a
Facts.
lot of times we say why me, but we don't say, well, what can I do to change
Facts.
this? So,
And what I'm about to get to, I'm gonna give them the third one because the third one
okay.
is like this the one that helped me. Like this the one I be on all the time because it's easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Consciously engage and make your problems work for you. All I'm saying is leverage your problems. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I'm doing. I just leverage my problems. I want to know how to start a business, fix that problem. I want to know how to become a better man, fix that problem. And then I'm leveraging all my problems to get better results.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I got the problems. I'm glad I was poor. So now I really got to figure out myself. And I've been figuring out, just like I said, this credit stuff. I said my score just went up to 700 in a span of 3 months. So it's
Okay.
like I'm leveraging every single problem I'm gonna have in my life, period, to work for
Mm-hmm.
me. Because my problem was I got bad credit. And not bad credit, but I didn't use credit. I was a cash person.
Right.
So I started
Right.
my first businesses with all cash, with all my own money. And I was always that person that say, when people use credit,
Oh, I think we
oh, he
uh,
uses other people's money, right?
Okay, wait a
Also,
minute. You were
right.
frozen for a second.
Just
Well,
let me
can you
know
hear
when you
me?
get back right.
Well, I can
Yeah, I can hear
hear
you
you.
now.
Okay, I think it's coming in. You're kind of froze on the screen, but I can hear you. But what I heard was you were always the person that used cash, and then when people were talking about credit, and I think I lost him again. Oh,
That's correct.
wait a minute.
That should be good. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's kind of going in and out. Am I froze or
No,
no? I think
that's the
you're
thing
good
about
now.
it.
You
It's
good
like,
now? Okay.
okay, because I'm about to say the screen, everything on the screen look good, and I keep seeing the
Okay.
name roll by,
Yeah.
but I just forgot what we were saying.
Oh no, what you were saying was that you were always the person to use cash, and when people would talk to you about credit, and then it kind of went
Hmm.
off from there. Your reaction to the people
Yeah,
that talk to you about credit.
yes. So people come tell me about credit, and I be like, I'm not trying to owe nobody. I'm not trying to go in debt because I'm already not in debt. But like I said, I didn't realize, like I said, using other people's money to make money, that's like free money, literally. So
Right.
that's the route
I
to
mean,
go.
it helps to have credit, and it not just have credit to go buy, cars and stuff that is not going to
Yeah,
appreciate, but
I
it helps to
I
have
was
credit to buy assets or to start
fact,
businesses.
fact.
Stuff that's going to bring you some money, not just stuff that you're going to spend and you're going to look good, and ain't nobody really going to give a d about it. You know what I'm saying? Because the same thing you got is something that 10 other people can go in the same store and buy, or on the lot, or whatever the case may be. We that's another thing we have to get out of the mindset of trying to look good on the outside and pockets toe up. You know what I'm saying? Pockets toe up on the inside, and we
That's
toe
what
up
I
on
call
the
it.
inside.
I call it entertainment, and that's what I tell people I do. When they say you're a doctor of what? I'm a doctor of inner engineering, right? I create the internal change that create the external change. That's where I
Okay.
start. Like I said, we lost a lot of our life,
Hmm.
literally our life, our whole lifespan, our life energy to entertainment, literally, and not entertainment.
Yes.
And that's why, like I said, that's why it's called in. Are you in Inspiration Nation? Because it's inner. You know what I'm saying? Because um, so what happened a lot of times, the community influence the individual before the individual influence the community, or the
Yeah.
environment influence the individual before individual influence the environment.
Hmm.
But if you can, like I said, consciously be conscious about life, and okay, if I notice how life works, at least most of the time, if I can actually be more aware and conscious, is there a way where me, the individual, can actually sustain like the negative things that's coming from my environment or the community, and actually say, you know what, instead of being infected by everything that's caused, I want to cause an effect. Right? Now we're
Hmm.
gonna work from the inside out.
Oh
It's
yeah.
that simple. I'm gonna go and create the change I want. I'm gonna be the change I want.
Exactly. And I've always heard, if there's something that bothers you, an issue or whatever the case may be, that bothers you, then that's your cue to solve that issue, to be the solution to whatever that problem is. You know, something else you said too, you talking about being conscious, and
Mhm.
that's something, and it's not as easy, it's easy at, because you have to practice it, right? But
Yeah.
it's not that easy if you're used to always being entertained by
Facts.
outside by outside things. So that it's important to sit with yourself, to spend some time with yourself and monitor what you're thinking about, the things that pop up in your mind, because everything does start in the inside, and once you clean up the inside, it's going to reflect on the outside. Um,
Facts.
in your life or in the community or whatever. Like you said, a lot of times the environment always influence the people before the people have a chance to influence, or the person before they have a chance to influence the community. But real quick here, your clothing line, Embello. So let the people know what that stands for, because I think that's really awesome. An awesome meaning or the semantics or whatever behind the name and how you
All
got
right, I got
started.
you. Yeah. And okay, I got you. Yeah. So Umbrella is an acronym I created that stands for meaning, belief, love, and optimism. That's something I call the four core traits we need to be happier, healthier, and wealthier. And what that is, it's like because I know like I done had these points in life where I realized like meaning, like me meaning more to myself and to the
Mm-hmm.
world, me believing in myself, me believing in my gifts, me loving myself the correct way, and
Mm-hmm.
me actually I developed a whole new level of love and a whole new definition for even these words. That way I said I can live more intentionally because before the same definitions, like if I had meaning before, I had love before, I had belief before, I had optimism before, but I didn't get the results I wanted. Was there really meaning? Was there really love? Was there really optimism? Or did I learn the wrong version somehow? You know, like
Yeah.
um, so let so let me figure out a way to take these same traits we can have, right? These same emotions, this same energy, and take it and put it in a way to where it can end up having the results I want out of life. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like I said, that's what's happening a lot of times. We go through a
Oh yeah.
lot of stuff in life. Everybody got problems. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're living right now, you done got through most of them, all of them actually. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not where you
Yeah.
want to be, then you can fought all these battles that in the war you was trying to win. You know? And so
Mm-hmm.
I want to take meaning, belief, love, optimism, and form them into definitions that allow me to win the war with itself.
Yeah.
And
Because
so
we are our, what is
that
that?
being
We are
said,
our worst enemies. So
we got
the
best
thing
friend
gets
and
the
our
mess
worst
of
enemy,
yourself.
all in the
Oh yeah.
same.
Yeah, it is. But even, I mean, I think even with those definitions, well, sometimes we do learn the wrong meaning of them, but I think it's levels to it. You know, you had those things
Mm-hmm.
before, but it's still, I think it's just levels to it. You know, what meaning was to you at some point may have been, based on external whatever external what do they
Yeah.
call it? Locus, loci, whatever. But I mean now it's based on, internally.
Yep.
So I just think it's, really
Yep.
just levels of it. Even if it's the wrong definition of it, I still think it's levels, because at that point you at a certain level. You're just at a lower level. Maybe you're in elementary. You gotta, it's like school for real. You gradually
Yeah.
graduate up to a
It's
higher
definitely different
higher level.
because, like I said before, it's like I would I would not reach my own expectation,
Mhm.
right? Like I'll go lower than my own expectation, my own standard. I wouldn't keep my word, I lied too much, a lot of stuff. And
Yeah.
it'd be like, but I love myself, you know? And like
Yes.
to now to me that don't make no sense. To me that's like, hold on, bro. You
It's a
really taking life
contradiction.
serious.
Yeah.
You really want to love yourself. Because I don't want fake love. When I lay down every night, I'm so peaceful. I feel so good. Like I said, I remember my dreams. So, and like, I'm so present right now and I feel it. I love that feeling. And it's like, you can't, I ain't gonna see what you can't do. But I can feel it before when I was different. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? When I did strive to love myself, what I call for real. Because now I gotta prove it. It's not just like I disprove that love and then I still love myself. Oh no,
Hmm.
you gonna do something. You love me, like because it's like I don't apologize no more to people neither. I tell them no apologize to me. I don't want. Just do what you're gonna do. You apologize with actions, not with words. And
Say it
like I
again
said,
for the
I'm gonna
people in
love
the
you.
back.
It's like, And it's the thing right here. And that's why I say you can't really compare neither because everybody mind different. But like to me,
Yeah.
everybody I go past, I had like this powerful conversation with about like changing their life and doing something different and becoming a greater version of ourselves. Just
Mm-hmm.
because I'm literally trying to have the conversation, like not for them, but for me, because I know you never know who somebody is. And like they might have the message you might need to get to the next level. And if you don't
Right.
live intentional and bring up, like I said, deep conversation to change your situation. If we have the right conversation daily, eventually we'll be in the right place. But the problem
Oh yeah.
is we're not in the right rooms and we're not having the right conversations. You know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. We're not consuming the
that can
right
just
resources.
facts. So you gotta put
That's
myself in the
another
right
thing
position.
too. I mean, what you look at, what you listen to, what you read, all of that stuff. Entertainment, even entertainment, all entertainment ain't good entertainment. But
That's what I tell them. Entertainment. You and that's what I say. My observation and I have perspective over my life about the base of the cons of
mhm.
entertainment. I just couldn't do it. Like when I sat there and realized if I add up all the time I didn't watch like sports or like play the game and all that, like it's years now. Like when you add all the time up over, like I said, the
Your life.
24 years of my
Hmm.
life when I started doing that reevaluation, I'm like, oh my God, I didn't really spend much, like entertainment, doing nothing. Because it didn't come out to nothing. Like now I know more about LeBron, I know more about, know more about Call
Right.
of Duty,
Yeah.
2K, whatever they playing now. And that's I don't know what's on radio. Look, I don't know who winning. I don't know the championship or none of that. But I do know, like I said, my credit score. I know how to build a business.
Okay.
I know how to help people start a business. And I know how to do engineering. And a lot more, like I said, I know how to create tech. That's the next thing I'm going to. So that's the next big thing I want people to know about. It's technology, right? It's my tech
Oh yeah.
company, and that's the way I believe. That's the way I'm gonna have the most impact in this world. I'm gonna make the most impact and the most income. Literally, that's a lot of
Oh
stuff. The
yeah.
reason I named to get the technology because I'm a bridge the people and the gifts in the world with the technology needs. So it's like I got a couple little slogans that's simple. I said we build the app today for the world of tomorrow.
Hmm.
So couple things coming, especially for the community, like We Economy. That's an app where we create our own economy, right?
Okay.
We ain't got to worry
Yeah.
about bridging to the economy. So it's gonna be something different. Uh, family, family banking app where people learn how to bank as a family and pull resources together and look at overall family network. I'm telling you, it's a lot of big stuff that like I want to give us, like us, the people, because I don't want to. I know for a fact, like if I go right now and go sit in front of these VC PE people, they're gonna give me money, right?
Hmm.
Because they already
Right.
understand like this type of language. But I don't want them to make millions and billions like the stuff that I create off of our problems. I want us to make,
Right. Right.
right?
You want to keep it where
And
where it's going to benefit the people and for the people.
I'm gonna tell and I'm gonna tell people about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. Hey, look, they can figure out if they want to invest or not. Eventually, it's gonna be too late, and I'm taking it off. And it is when, like I said, you open up your phone and you getting gas to your house because of Herman Carmouche. Like you're gonna wish you was like I am in an easy field 10 years ago when this guy named Herman Carmouche was talking about how he was gonna be like greater than Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
hey, so I'm getting
Well,
and most of that stuff gonna be starting launching in June. That's when people gonna really be able to invest in a couple of those endeavors. But if not, like I said, I'm investing my own money. So it is what it
yeah.
is. Now I know how to access capital. So
Yeah.
I really want to do it together because that's the name, like that's the slogan for the app. Start it together. It's simple, bro. Like everything is. I know I keep saying it's so simple, but everything seems so simple.
Well, I mean,
But
but you know what? In all reality, because I'm working, saying of course, I'm getting started later in life, but I'm working on myself and learning, just different things. And it really is so simple, but it's just if you've been conditioned a certain way for so long, it's just breaking that mindset, that unlearn, relearn. It ain't that part ain't always easy, but once you get through that, it really is so simple. It's like, golly, that's all, I'm saying? Like, that's all I had to do when, I've been running around doing all kind of, stuff that was not beneficial, was not gonna, you know, whatever the word I'm looking for, was not gonna pan out in the end. So, I mean, it really is that simple. Once you get to a certain, level in your thinking, it really is that simple. So I mean, I know you're saying it, it's that simple, but you have to get to that point to where you get to see
yeah,
that it really is that simple.
yeah. That's
It's
why I
all
said it, because I know
mindset.
when I say that a lot of times, people be like, "Bro, you really think it's simple?" And I'm like, "Nah." Like, yes, I like I don't. 'Cause you can't. I try my best to like really have perspective from other people, but sometimes I just can't put myself in the shoes. I guess I don't know, because I said I know. I guess I don't
Oh
know
wait a
how I
minute.
used to feel because I'm so new, right? Every
Yeah,
day I'm becoming new. I let that go a long time ago, so I can't think in my old mind.
yeah.
But it seems like it can't. And that's what I learned too. This year,
Okay.
I said I work way less. I push. I ain't gonna say work less. So this is it. I'm gonna say it like this. Sometimes you could run so hard through the front door, you run clean out the back. So
Right.
I've been pushing. I've been pushing so hard for the last 6 years. I probably made it to my destination a couple of times and ran straight past it.
Ran out the
And
door.
like go for it. When I said the key is right hand in my hand. Only thing I do is put the key in the door and lock it, walk in. Walk in and enjoy this place and take what this place has to offer to get me ready for the new place.
That's it.
Right?
That's all.
So this year I realized like it's more like a push and pull method. Sometimes you can push too hard because subconsciously you're telling yourself, I'm pushing this hard because I don't have it. I'm looking for it because I don't have it. And
Yeah.
like I said, I guess I made that switch this year within the mindset that I already have everything I need. It's done. Everything done. Not every day. It's just it takes time to manifest in real reality. That's the only
Right.
catch to it.
Yeah. And a lot
So
of
now,
times we chasing instead of
and
attracting.
thank you. That's all it is.
We chasing stuff
That's
instead
all it
of
is.
just being the person to attract it, and like, again, that's still inner work because you still have to be do the work to be that person that can attract whatever it is that you chasing that keeps that's running from you. But you got anything you want to leave with the people? I know you say Inspiration Nation is coming out. It's going to be June, right? I think you froze. Okay. Did you hear me or did
Take it. Yeah, he says, yeah, it's gonna be launching in June. Between June 3rd and June 10th. Long as I really want to get all 50 people first though. I want to get 50 people in there first. And like I said, the first 50 people, something they gotta do to join, just get one of these t-shirts. And when you join, when you get one of these t-shirts, you automatically get one of my books. And it's like 5 videos that teach you on how to build a business from start to finish, how you do something like that. And I'll be working with you one-on-one like once a week. So cool. Tap in. Pretty much it. And like I said, you gotta believe. Believe in yourself. Believe in me. God didn't give me your gift, he gave it to you. God didn't give me your book, he gave it to you. Right? Don't
right?
be the change for become And I said we always looking for help, but who gonna be the help if everybody looking for help? Become the help. It's that
Oh
simple.
yeah. Exactly. So where can they get the shirt from? Do they get it from embelloapparel.com
Yeah,
or
they
do
just
they get it
DM
from
me right now. Nah, I'll make the website today. I'll make the
or
website
just reach
today, but
out
if
or they
not, they
can
can
reach
just
out to
DM
you?
me. Everybody can get. Yeah,
Yep.
just DM me on Dr. Herman Carmouche or on Embello Apparel. Just DM me. I am in. That's it, and then I know
So
what you're talking about. That you want to get an Inspiration Nation.
all right. So if y'all interested in Inspiration Nation, be sure to DM him at either of those IG um, tag handles that you see scrolling at the bottom. Be sure to follow him because he is very inspirational, motivational. You know, he always, just dropping just wisdom and inspiration to people, and we all need it sometimes. You know, not you might not be, needing it today, but you might need it tomorrow, or you might know somebody who could use whatever inspiration or whatever it is that he's offering. So don't forget to hit the like button, share button, all of that great stuff. Be sure to follow him on his IG. And I'm gonna put you in a green room for a second, Herman, if it's okay. And I'll be right
Mm-hmm.
back with you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you again. I appreciate you. One
Appreciate
minute.
you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Hold on. All right, wonderful people. Thank you all again for joining us on What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. Again, I'm Shanrika. I'm your Global Empowerment Connect. I hope you enjoyed my wonderful guest today. He is a wonderful resource. You know, he's young. You'll see him on IG always. You know, he have his clothes out. Not really, but he be exercising. But But yeah, be sure to check them out, man. We need inspirational people. We need people that's doing great things. That's why I bring this to you all, to give you some resources because this life is not easy, but it's easier if you have help, and the right people, the right, you know, whatever it is to help you along this journey. But again, thank you all for joining us. Hit the like, share, comment where you're tuned in from. Facebook, YouTube. I love you all. Have an awesome rest of your week, and you guys take care.